Good day, class. Today, we are going to tackle about the Module 2, a teacher as a knower of the curriculum. And under that module, we are going to discuss the lesson 2.1, which is the school curriculum, definition, nature, and scope. But before that, let us have our desired learning outcomes. First, define curriculum from different perspectives. Second, describe the nature and scope of curriculum. Let us start our lesson by defining what is a curriculum. The word curriculum originates from the Latin word curriere, referring to the oval track upon which Roman chariots raced. Historically, the word curriculum has been used to describe the subjects taught during the classical period of Greek civilization. The New International Dictionary defines curriculum as the whole body of a course in an educational institution or by a department, while the Oxford English Dictionary defined curriculum as courses taught in schools or universities. The attained curriculum is understood to be the skills, knowledge, and dispositions that students effectively acquire as a result of their schooling. Numerous definitions indicate dynamism, which connotes diverse interpretations as influenced by modes of thoughts, pedagogics, philosophies, political, as well as cultural perspectives. Here are some of them. Definitions of curriculum. Curriculum is a planned and guided set of learning experiences and intended outcomes, formulated through the systematic reconstruction of knowledge and experiences under the auspices of the school for the learner's continuous and willful growth in personal social competence. This is according to Daniel Tanner, 1980. For Daniel Tanner, 1980, he emphasized that curriculum is a planned and guided set of learning experiences. So for him, curriculum refers to how the students respond to, engages with, or learns from the event, people, materials, and social or emotional environment of the classroom. Second definition. Curriculum is a written document that systematically describes goals planned, objectives, content, learning activities, evaluation procedure, and so forth. This is according to Pratt, 1980. According to the definition of Pratt, curriculum is a written document. For example are the lesson plan and syllabus written by the teachers. Another example is the one written by curriculum experts with the help of subject teachers. This kind of written curriculum needs to be pilot tested or tried out in a sample schools to determine its effectiveness. The third definition of curriculum is the contents of a subject, concept, and task to be acquired, planned activities, the desired learning outcomes and experiences, product of culture, and an agenda to reform society. This is according to Schubert, 1987. For Schubert, curriculum is defined as whatever is advocated for teaching and learning. The idea of curriculum allows a learner to express how he or she is growing by using a journal, video, audio tape, conference, story, oral presentation, or other projects. Curriculum reforms must be seen in the context of social forces, the learners, the subject matter, the technologies that support curriculum development. Next definition is a curriculum includes all of the experiences that individual learners have in a program of education whose purposes is to achieve broad goals and related specific objectives, which planned in terms of a framework of theory and research, or past and present professional practice. This is according to Haas, 1987. For Haas, Curriculum is the set of actual experiences and perceptions of the experiences that each individual learner has of his or her program of education. Another definition is a curriculum is a program of activities by teachers and pupils, designed so that pupils will attain so far as possible certain educational and other schooling ends of objectives by Grundy 1987. Grundy writes about curriculum as an object and as an action. Object: things to be taught, learned, facilitated, or transferred in the syllabus, while action is enacting what is assigned, mandated, or planned. In Grundy's later pedagogical view, she refers to curriculum more so as a dynamic process, engaging all participants, especially teachers and students. Next definition of curriculum: it is a plan and consists of a learning opportunities for a specific time frame and place, a tool that aims to bring about behavior changes in students as a result of planned activities and includes all learning experiences received by students with the guidance of the school. This definition is according to Goodland and Su 1992. And into the last definition of curriculum, it provides answers to 3 questions. What knowledge, skills, and values are most worthwhile? Second, why are they most worthwhile? Third, how should the young acquire them? This definition is according to Cronbeth, 1992. So these 7 perspectives of curricularists and point of views were turned into meanings of curriculum. Now, let us move on to some points of view of other curricularists. Points of view about the curriculum can either be traditional or progressive according to the person's philosophical, psychological, and even psychological orientations. These views can also define what a curriculum is all about. When we say traditional curriculum, it focuses on a teacher and what they teach, while progressive schools focus on the students and how they can learn. Curriculum from traditional points of view. The traditional points of view of curriculum were advanced by Robert Hutchins, Arthur Storr, and Joseph Schwab. First, Robert M. Hutchins views curriculum as permanent studies, where rules of grammar, reading, rhetoric, logic, and mathematics for basic education are emphasized. The 3 R's, reading, writing, arithmetic, should be emphasized in basic education, while liberal education should be the emphasis in college. For him, curriculum is viewed as permanent studies, which explain why some subjects are repeated from elementary to college, such as grammar and mathematics. Next is Arthur Bestor. As an essentialist, believes that the mission of the school should be intellectual training. Hence, curriculum should focus on the fundamental intellectual disciplines of grammar, literature, and writing. It should include mathematics, science, history, and foreign language. Bestor is an essentialist who believes that the mission of the school is to train the intellectual capacity of learners. Hence, subjects to be offered are grammar, literature, writing, mathematics, science, history, and foreign language. Next up is Joseph Schwab. Thinks that the sole source of curriculum is a discipline. Thus, the subject areas such as science, mathematics, social studies, English, and so many more. In college, academic disciplines are labeled as humanities, science, languages, mathematics, among others. He coined the word discipline as a ruling doctrine for curriculum development. Therefore, for him, curriculum is viewed as a field of study, and it should only consist of knowledge that comes from the disciplines, for example, linguistic, economic, chemistry, among others. Last point of view is the point of view of Felix Phoenix, asserts that the curriculum should consist entirely of knowledge which comes from the various disciplines. In short, curriculum is the total learning experiences of the learner under the guidance of the teacher. Moving on to the curriculum from progressive points of view. On the other hand, a listing of school subjects, syllabi, course of study, and specific discipline does not make a curriculum. In its broadest terms, a progressive view of curriculum, let us look into how curriculum is defined from a progressive point of view. First progressive point of view is by John Dewey. Believes that education is experiencing. Reflective thinking is a means that unifies curricular elements that are tested by application. John Dewey defines curriculum as a continuous reconstruction, moving from the learner's present experiences out into that represented by the organized bodies of truth that we call studies. The next point of view is the point of view of Holland Caswell and Ken Campbell. Viewed curriculum as all experiences children have under the guidance of teacher. John Dewey defines curriculum as a continuous reconstruction, moving from the learner's present experiences out into that represented by the organized bodies of truth that we call studies. Next is the point of views of Atanya Smith, William Stanley, and Harlan Shore. Likewise define curriculum as a sequence of a potential experiences set up in schools for the purpose of disciplining children and youth in group ways of thinking and acting. Smith, Stanley, and Shore share the same view that the curriculum, as the way Caswell and Campbell view it, as a sequence of potential experiences set up in the schools for the purpose of disciplining the children and the youth while doing group activities. Moving on to the last point of views by Colin Marsh and George Willis, also viewed curriculum as all the experiences in the classroom which are planned and enacted by the teacher and also learned by students. In this definition, the experiences are done in the classroom. In a nutshell, progressivism comes from the word progress, which means making changes, reforms or improvements towards better conditions in the way curriculum is defined and implemented from the progressivist perspective. The nature of curriculum has given rise to many interpretations depending on a person's philosophical beliefs. Let us put all of these interpretations in a summary. Now, curriculum is what is taught in school, a set of subjects, a content, a program of studies, a set of materials, a sequence of courses, a set of performance objectives, everything that goes within the school. It is what is taught inside and outside of school directed by the teacher, everything planned by school, a series of experiences undergone by the school. In short, curriculum is the total learning experiences of the learner under the guidance of the teacher. hope you learned something from our discussion. Keep safe and God bless.